Welcome guys, and in today's video, we're going to be wrapping our machine. Now, we've done videos like this in the past, but this time I think I've really found the way I like to wrap my machine, and I've been doing it consistently this way, so I figured I'd share it with you guys and let me know what you think. So, let's go. So as most of you know, I run the Bishop 1 shader, and this would work with this machine and many others. So to wrap this machine, we're gonna need a few things. The first thing, barrier film. We've talked about this before. The next thing, we're gonna need some sort of a wrap for our grip. Not necessary, but definitely something you might need. Next, we're gonna need just some tape, some medical tape. And lastly, I use clip cord sleeves. So let's get this put together, and I'm going to show you how we do it. So what I do is I start by taking the machine apart, and not completely apart. All I'm doing is taking the grip off, and I'm setting that over here. Next, you take one of these mile-long clip cord sleeves. Now we don't need the whole thing, and sure, we feel like we're wasting it, but I'm going to show you anyhow. Right off the bat, I come in here and pretty much just cut it right in half. I obviously don't need that much of it. You can save this, use it for something else, who cares? Now what I do is I take this, the wide open spot right here, wide open, plenty of room. Over here, we have like this tiny little tiny hole. So you want to make sure that you're not trying to put the tattoo machine in that hole. What I do is we run this right down to the bottom, okay? Next, what we're doing is we're making sure we're lining this center hole up, and all I'm gonna do is push that through. You can leave it there, you can bring it up a little further. I think that should be fine right there. Now temporarily, I'm gonna put the tip back on, the grip here, and I'm gonna tighten that down. Next thing I do is I install my battery. Now obviously, if you are running a clip cord itself, you wouldn't cut this down. This is how you would put that on there, and you'd run your clip cord through here, and you wouldn't cut it in half. But I'm using a battery, so I need this shorter. I don't need all this length. Cut it right here, and then we'll insert our battery. So simple as that, cut it. Next thing is this battery can have a hard time fitting into this plastic sleeve, if you will. This is not perfectly round. It's got a little bit of a face on it, and there's plenty other types out there. I'm sure you're aware of that. What I do is I take this and I slide it down. Before I get it all the way to the bottom, I put a little slit in it, just like that. Ta-da! Now, pull it the rest of the way down. Slap that bad Larry on there. Now, when you're bringing it back up, because of that slit, you're able to slide it up and around. I hope you can see this. See that? We get it up and around. Once it's in there, it's good. It just needs a little help getting there. Now, from here, all I do is take the excess on the back, roll it in my finger, pull it back like this, and then I take a little bit of that tape and just run it right across, holding that bit down. That way, if I need to change this battery later, all I have to do is take this piece of tape off, slide it open, pop the battery out, and put a new one on. So far we've got the bulk of our machine covered with just part of a clip cord. Many people I see will at this point just take some wrap and wrap around their grip. Now, unfortunately, this isn't really a barrier. This is more of a sports wrap, a grip. So what I like to do is I take just a piece of this barrier film. Now, this stuff can be a little tricky to work with, especially for what I'm about to do. And, of course, doing it on camera and trying to keep it in front of the camera should be entertaining. So I hope not, because that means I nailed it. But anyhow, so I kind of hold this up, take your barrier film, kind of center it, and push down. And just pull all that extra down and around. Pull it nice and tight. What I then do is I kind of keep that like that. As you can see, it's snug. It's covering the tip of my machine. It's covering the grip. At this point, I'll take my wrap while holding this tight and slowly go around and build up the thickness that's desirable for me. For you, it might be a couple wraps. For somebody else, it might be the whole dang roll wrapped around there, plus a paper towel. Now, I'm not going to put a lot on here right now because, well, I'm just going to take all this back off. I'm doing this for you guys. So, a few wraps, that'll work. Give it a rip, and we're good to go. Now, you might find it doesn't want to turn. So what you want to do is take this excess plastic, pull it up, you pull it up and take it off. Now at this point, what I do is I cut this excess off. So I know this might seem like a lot, but really you get in the groove of it. It doesn't take much time. Now I'm gonna take that piece and slide it right back over top. What I have here is my grip is wrapped, my body is wrapped, the battery is wrapped. There's a little bit of an overlap here from the wrap that's on the grip to the wrap that's underneath. So what this allows me to do is I can put a needle in here and I have full range to rotate this grip without it getting stuck in the bag and jammed up like I used to do things. Now you might be wondering about the tip up here. This is very simple. You can take your needle you're going to use, pop it in there, and just peel out this little ring that we have here of plastic. Now I just pop my needle in there, rotate it, click it in, and I am good to go. Back the needle off a little bit, move the needle forward. I have all this range right here, and I'm not getting tied up with the bags being wrapped all in one, and you have to make really small adjustments. Is this the best way to wrap your machine? I don't know. It's the best way I've come up with wrapping my machine, and if I have any other information about how to do this and do it more proficient or anything like that, I'll absolutely share it with all of you. And if you guys are interested in seeing a video where we test every type of stencil solution I can find to find out which is the best, let me know. I'm really thinking that I'm gonna try every type of stencil solution at once and try to have a controlled setup so we can find out which is, the best. So when you guys have all those questions about how do I get my stencils stick, this, that, and the other, it's not lasting that long, this way we have one video that's gonna explain it all. So if you guys wanna see that video, it's just a thought in my head, let me know below, comment what you would like to see. Also, if you would like to see that video. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like, and I'll see you next time. Peace.